Kathleen Wynne doesn't really believe in climate change. I'm Brian Lilley with TheRebel.Media. You know, she talks a good game, but I think Kathleen Wynne, I think she's a climate change denier. I do. I don't think that she actually believes in the science. I mean, isn't this what liberals are always screaming about? Why don't you believe the science? Why won't you act? Well, based on her actions, I don't think Kathleen Wynne believes the science of climate change, even if she claims to. Because when you look, her actions do not match her words. Wynne is getting set to head to the Paris COP21 climate talks. This is the big United Nations conference that pulls people from around the world. They fly in from all parts of the world to tell the rest of us not to burn so much fossil fuel, like jet fuel. Did I mention most of the 50,000 delegates will be flying to the meeting? Anyway, Kathleen Wynne is one of them flying to the meeting, and she isn't going once. She's going twice. What's that you say? Twice? Why on the green grass of Earth would she go twice? Well, because she can, and taxpayers will pick up the tab, and the Earth will just suck up the carbon pollution spewing from her giant carbon footprint. Wynne's office actually put out a news release to inform the media of all this. Here's what it says. November 27th, 2015, 10 a.m., Office of the Premier. This is exciting. Premier Kathleen Wynne will depart tomorrow for the United Nations 21st Conference of the Parties, COP21, on climate change in Paris, France. Okay, so she heads out on the 28th. No biggie. We all knew that she was going to the climate talk. Whatever. But wait. There's more. Premier Wynne will return to Ontario and resume her legislative schedule and other activities on December 1st. Okay, big deal here, Lily. Why are you telling me this? I mean, I know that's what you're thinking. I know you're thinking, why am I telling you this? If she goes, she's got to come home. Just like what goes up must come down. Well, the spinning wheel hasn't stopped, folks, because the next line of that news release says, on December 6th, the Premier will return to the COP21, where she will highlight the work of subnational governments in the fight against climate change. She finally comes back from the talks on December the 9th. So instead of going for one long trip to Paris and doing all her work, Wynne will take two short trips to Paris and double her very large carbon footprint. I mean, her footprint is big, huge. I'm not sure that carbon footprints that big come in red pumps, but I'm betting she's trying. I went to the website offsetters.ca to see how much CO2 Wynne is spewing into the air with each of her return flights. Remember, people like Wynne keep telling us we need to emit less carbon dioxide to save the planet, and yet she's taking double the number of flights that she needs to go to climate change talks. So what does that mean in terms of CO2 emissions? Well, Offsetters, a website that lets you buy carbon credit offsets, kind of like the Danegeld of the Green Movement, they say a return flight from Toronto to Paris emits 5.74 tons of CO2. Now consider that Wynne is going twice. That means she's emitting 11.48 tons of CO2, almost 11.5 tons. And that's just for her. Do you really think she's traveling alone? Not a chance. She's got an entourage between principal advisors, press secretaries, and others. I'm guessing she's got at least 6 people there. Going there and back twice, that's 69 tons of carbon. What does that mean? What on earth is 69 tons of carbon? What regular person actually measures carbon emissions? Well, none, but thankfully greenies do. So I compared the emissions of Wynne and her entourage to the average Canadian. According to Canadian Geographic, the average Canadian emits 9.1 tons of CO2 per year. That's less than just the flights for Wynne to go to the conference twice. Flights for her and her entourage would be the equivalent of more than 7 Canadians for a full year. Think about that. Their flight carbon footprint is higher than the total of 7 average Canadians for a full year. That's driving, taking the bus, heating your home, cooking your food, burning the fireplace, all of it. Now do you see why I say that Kathleen Wynne doesn't actually believe the science of climate change? Because if she really believed in what she's saying, then she wouldn't be flying back and forth to Paris, entourage in tow. Shame on you, Kathleen Wynne. Shame.